All right, guys, welcome back to the Knives Fast channel. It's time for KFLive, the best live stream, period. End of story. Say hello to Ren and Stimpy, Powder, Taste Man, Log TV, and Choo Choo, Charlie Brown, and Gimli. Me and you, and let's get started. It is going to be a fun one for sure. It is going to be a great stream. So like and comment and subscribe and hit that notification bell and stick around, my friends, for sure. Wow. Somebody's calling me. Hold on. Decline. Hang on just a second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let's see who's here. James Alton is here. Marco is in the house. Knives Are Life. David Tooley. Hello. Colby Venable. What's up? Addicted to Blades 2. Titanium Justin. Brian Kerr. hello. Good to see everybody. Jim Miller, channel member and moderator, and our friend Tim B. Yeah, what do you think of that shirt, Tim? Aries sent me this. Very cool. Hey, Dark Water, what is going on? Hey, Anassa, what's going on, my friend? The chat now. It's a guy I've been trying to sell the toolbox from my old Ford pickup truck for weeks, and it's just sat there, and the guy wants to like deal with it right this minute. Finally a guy wants to buy it, so it won't fit. Unfortunately, it won't fit in the Dodge, there's the Ram, so it's like, come on. All right, who else is here? Let's see. Rusty Knife Lover, what is up, my friend? JR Miz, hello. Nick Martino. I think my wife put it on Facebook Marketplace, I think. People are crazy. Aries, hey, man, what do you think, buddy? Thank you for the shirt, guys. Did you see that? Here's the penguin on the back. Look at that. Can you see it? Kind of. There you go. Very nice. Like it. Very cool shirt indeed. Glad to represent my friend Aries in two ways today, and we'll show you that one in a minute. But if you guys would like to go ahead and start dropping your pocket checks in the chat, I would love to read them. Now at 8 o'clock, our friend Andy from Rosecraft Blades is going to be here, and we're going to talk about knives that are available and knives that are coming Friday, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So yeah, if you want a shirt like this, apparently you can get one over here. Tim's got you hooked up. Nice, Tim. Hey, Goon Docs, what's up, man? I'm a Linux guy, so I dig the penguin. Yeah, very cool. Rockhopper rules. I think I caught the poor guy off guard. He called me like 3 times. I'm like, dude, I cannot talk right now. I'm on a YouTube live stream, and he hasn't replied since. Hey, Michael Morgan. All right, what do we got here? First out of the gate is the CRK Umnums and Small Sabenza. Dang, JR. JR is a channel member, and he's carrying some great stuff. And Justin, Titanium Justin, is also a channel member. Jack Wolf Venom, CJRB Pyrite, Bowie Pyrite, Kaiser Gemini, all for Titanium Justin, another channel member. Rusty Issuing Stitches, Plaid Hank, a Olight i3T EOS, a Bastion Mechanical Pencil, Bastion Bolt Pen, Tempest Knives. Listen to this, guys. Fractus Blue Sky CPM 90 S90V, Tempest Pinion in 14C 28N, and Tempest Microburst also in 14C. What a carry, Rusty. Very nice. And Rusty is a super long time, super loyal channel member as well. Nafs Lander in blue, Kaiser Cormorant, i3T from Olight, and a Victorinox Classic SD, all for our buddy Tim B, channel member and moderator. Very cool. Kelly Weaver, what's up, man? I just got done with my review of the Weya 2-year use and review. Still like it? And oh, very cool. Like the day you opened it. Rough Rider Giant Warncliffe, more a companion for Kurt, who wants every knife to be enormous. Kurt, what kind of pockets do you have, man? Carrying a Shaman Micarta S30V Marvel's Toothpick Green Jig Bone. Michael Morgan, channel member. What's up, Todd Carr? Todd, apparently you didn't tell Lefty or didn't pay attention because the reply I got was, what the heck am I getting this from you for? A receipt from the grocery store and a blue Jetstream for Jay Corskatten full show. Very nice. Still rocking that Urban EDC Becerro from Chris Wheeling. Hey, if you like it, rock it, man. Rock it, man. Christopher's a channel member as well. Spider Coast Salt Warning and a Nebo Torchy for our friend Gnarly Charlie. Very, very cool. Thank you for being here. Tempest Blue Stream, Blue Anode Drop Gent, and a RCB Beaver Creek Barlow for our friend Anasso. Oh, I am. I got the blue one on the way here. I just spoiled it, but that's what I've got on the way here is the blue marbled carbon. But you guys already knew that. To be honest with you, I am extremely tempted to also pick up, if it wasn't for my dumb rules, the Blade HQ exclusive blue one with that thing is ridiculous. Let's see. Hey, Will B, what's up, man? Channel member. Finch Deep Ocean Pipeline for Jim. Blue Sky Fractus Aries Thorn. Very, very cool. All right. Nice, Robo. It's a good shirt. It's a great color, isn't it? I didn't realize till just now, but my hat is dirty and gross looking. But anyway, whatever. I've got more. Let's see. Cold Steel Large Espada for our friend Addicted to Blades 2, who's probably chopping some water bottles with it or something like that. Thanks for being here. Robert Feely, channel member, Blue Pearl Bloom and a Blue Sky Fractus. Very nice. All righty. Let's see. Ouchie. Hello, sir. Good to see you. All right. Will B's is the channel member, first of all, and he's got a Grinsman Norseman, Microtech Hera 2 Recurve, Microtech Amphibian, Microtech Ramlock Stitch, TCal Night Stalker, CQC, Olight Warrior Nano, and a Heretic Thoth Pin. Is that right? I guess. I think that's right. Tempest Jetstream and a Tempest Microburst. Nice. Spyderco World's Best Dad. Pair of 3. Dang. There you go, David. That's good. I like that. Hey, Blade Walker, what's up? Oh, nice. I get it. That's fine, Blade Walker. It's all good. Yeah, he's a goober, Todd. He's an absolute goober. But I love him so much. He's such a good friend. Good dude. Using my Manix to heavyweight to open Otter Pops. Nice. Sharp guy. Welcome, my friend. Good to have you here. Making sure I'm not missing. Hinder XM18 3.5 today for Kevin Smith and Knives, another channel member. Awesome supporter as well. Savivi Praxis, Otter Creek Barlow, and an Agent 001 for Mike Egan. Hello, Mike. Welcome. Aquamarine Aries Petal and a Teal Microburst. Nice, Kathleen, who's also a channel member. Welcome. Oh, nice, Nick. Yeah, you should get those before they're gone, man. They're starting to sell pretty good recently. Some channels did videos on them, and they're going. Blue Sincut Serene for Craig, also a channel member. Hello, sir. Good to see you. Before I forget, well, hold on. Let me get this first. Keith the Knife Freak. Hello and good evening. Sorry I'm late. Hey, you're here. Nice. And thank you for the $2 super chat. And there is the Keith the Knife Freak. Daleka. Salute. Good to see you here, my friend. I wanted to reach out and, S90PM2 for CB. Say hi to all of our friends in Florida. We've been thinking about you. I know it's a lot of rain and some wind, and hopefully that's all it is, and you guys are good to go down there. Sounds like it's not too terribly bad unless you're right on that Gulf side where the storm surge was coming in. But even that it doesn't sound horrible. So I don't know. Hopefully everybody's good. Keith's got the Bel Air, but he's going to have it all month. Very, very cool. I like that knife. And I missed my mouth. Hello, Freak Show. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Still on the golf course. Where are your priorities, my friend? Grayer's got a Civivi Ultim FG with milled titanium clip Leatherman ES4 squirt copper right pin. Handmade copper coin. Dang, very nice, sir. Oh, boy. I think I just... New Knife Day, Civivi Appalachia for Wayne Smarges. Hello, Wayne. I can't talk. Hello. Which just means it's another day. All right. I think I caught up. Wait. Hold on. I see one up here. Blade Walker had something. Where'd he go? It went off the screen, and now I can't get it back. Finch, Stinger, Wee Schism, and a Case Copperhead. Thank you for being here. Awesome. What did you say, Aries? I lost it. He said something about the storm, and I missed it. Hey, Dwayne. Oh, okay. You're good now, or it just got there? Is that what you're saying? I don't know what you mean. Hey, Splitting Slices, Byron. All right, so a couple things real quick, and then I'll show you my pocket check. By the way, this is KFLive number 175, and we are up to 22,061 subs. We just went over 22,000 a couple days ago, and that is awesome. Trying to get to 25K by 2025, 25 by 25. So by the end of this year is what I'm trying to say. Trouble Bunny's got her NAFS lander with the Space Cat scales. Awesome. I like those. They're fun. Hey, Grayer, that's fine. See you in a minute. All right, first knife in the pocket today is the incredibly machined Holt Morpheus. Beautiful, gorgeous knife. Just look at that ridiculous milling, and look at this crazy, I've been cutting boxes open with it. This crazy distressed stonewash. Just a look at that. I mean, come on. Just a gorgeous, unbelievable knife. Still cannot believe it was a gift. Every time I think of Nick, every time I carry this thing, and some other times too, I just can't believe he did that. Just so crazy. Nice, Justin. I'd like to tour their factory. Maybe they'll bring me out and I'll tour their factory. And no, I haven't finished all my Kershaw videos yet because I had major audio problems. So I'm having to repair and fix. All right. Next is the Jack Wolf knives. Wow, I'm trying to get that off the screen. There we go. Jack Wolf knives after hours. Jack in the Frost Fat Carbon. Very nice. And this one is in S90V. Locking knife from Jack Wolf. All right. Second, whoops, what just fell? I don't even know what just fell. That was weird. Okay, well, something just fell and I don't know what it was. Hopefully it wasn't important. Second Frost Fat Carbon knife today is the Aries EDC Rock Copper. Gotta love this guy. This is my custom from Aries. I use this a lot. It's you can see that right there. Little wear down on the edge there from cutting. Not too bad. But man, this thing is great. Still want a Rock Copper XL, but I'm not going to pick on Aries about that anymore. I'm done. That was the last time right there. But this is a great knife. I mean, it really is. It's carries really well, and it's beautiful, and it cuts like nobody's business. I got a short coming up later showing me cutting the crap out of some stuff with it. Yeah, No, you got that right, Nick, for sure. I guess I upset this guy. He hasn't responded to me. Oops. One more thing before our buddy Andy comes on. Guys, I posted for channel members yesterday. There you go, Freak Show. Jeez, dude. I posted yesterday for channel members and today for everyone else a knife sale. So far, I've sold one of the knives on there. The Baglider XL is gone. Everything else is still available. Matter of fact, Andy's not here yet, so let's run through them real quick. Where's my price sheet? All right, so the Baglider XL is gone. Sorry, that one needs to get shipped out tonight. The 20 CV Penguin Plus is still available. This guy is $125. I paid $175 for it, and I'm selling it for $175. By the way, if you're interested in any of what I'm about to show, the proper way to do this is to send me an email, and I will take them by the order they come in. knivesfast@gmail.com. All right, Andy, give me just a second to finish running through these. I see you. Okay. Next is the Kaiser Baglider 2. I'm selling this for $70. It's N690 and in-cut carbon fiber. This was a limited Friday Club knife. I don't exactly know how much this went for originally. I think they were around 130 or 140 or maybe even 150, but I don't know. I'm selling it for $70. Probably some of the best action I've ever seen on any knife. No joke. It is pretty incredible. There you go, Tim. Thank you, my friend. A couple more. This is the Quiet Carry 9 in 20 CV, titanium, and Nebula fat carbon. This guy is, I bought this new for $330. Okay. And I am selling it for $270. 270. So again, good shape. You guys know, unfortunately, I don't carry my own knives very often simply because I'm always carrying something I'm reviewing. Yes, I know this is terrible. Some of you have already fussed at me, but this is the Mattisfaction Design Kaiser Phoenix. I just don't carry it. Paid $180, and I'm selling it for $120. If anybody's interested, knivesfast@gmail.com. Two more, and we are done. Nope, one more, actually. Sorry, we're giving that one away. Last one. This is the BRS Evolve Navajo in M390 and brown G10. Guys, probably the best blade to handle ratio knife I have seen. No joke. Just fantastic in the way it looks, and yeah, just don't carry it. Again, same deal. Oh, and by the way, that one was $130 new, and I'm selling it for $90 at this point in time. All right, so if anybody's interested, knivesfast@gmail.com. Send me an email. First come, first serve on the emails, and we'll see if we can sell any of those tonight. All right. All right, let's see. We have a very festive looking young man coming in the chat right now with roses all over his shirt. Hello, Andy. Andy from Rosecraft Blades. How are you, sir? Oh. Are you there?
What's going on, Casey?
I think you're lagging. I'm hearing you, but in little pieces. All right, let me pull him out for just a second. Let's see. All right, give me just a second, guys. I'm going to take him out and put him back in here and see if that helps. Sometimes that will. All right, let's see if that helps. Yeah. Oh, now he went away completely. That wasn't even me. That was him. All right, so Tim's giving you guys some info, and I'm just going to tell you, you can kind of see some hints back here. I unboxed some stuff from Andy earlier. They came in like a day earlier than it was supposed to. That darn country internet. And I think I may have found my new favorite Rosecraft knife. But guys, please check out Rosecraft Blades. Use code NICEFAST for 10% off. There are knives there, like the Otter Creek Barlow, I believe, is still there. Others as well, like the French Broad Jack. And then if you also go to traditionalpocketknives.com, you can use code shoot NICEFAST10 for 10% off at Traditional Pocket Knives on any Rosecraft blades. Well, we got to see Andy's pretty shirt. That was a beautiful shirt. Gorgeous shirt. I mean, you got to give the guy credit for the shirt. Let's see. Oh, wait, let's see. You there?
See if it'll work. Can you hear me this time?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, sir.
And I was debuting the roses and skulls today.
I know. What a shirt.
Look at that.
That is a shirt right there. That
I
looks
saw
like
this come up on TikTok, and I was like, I have to have this shirt. It has a rose
You
for
do
Rosecraft.
have
It has
shirt.
a skull for like my maker's mark. I was like, I've got to have this.
There you go. And then and you need a skull shield on one of your knives now. So
I've got a skull shield on a knife. It's on the Obed Trapper.
That's right. That's right. I didn't see that one, but yeah, I mean, I've seen it, but not in person. So, but yes, you are correct. So you are good to go, man. You got rose shields, you got skull shields, and you got a roses and skulls shirt. That is great.
Perfect, right?
Yep. All right, guys.
I have
you
to say
hear
before
okay,
we
man?
jump into this, I want to say my wife told me to send her love to you and that she loves the Tempest knife that you gave her at Blade Show.
Nice. Very nice. Great. I am glad we couldn't get her on here.
She's having some I won't get into it, but there are some medical issues with family tonight. So we're kind of running around that on the outside of things. That's why things are a little bit haywire in the house. It's the age we've gotten to, Casey.
100%. 100%.
You hit that 50. You hit that 50 mark, and things start going downhill.
I keep dropping stuff in the floor down here. That's great. So I just
told
everybody
yourself on your hand.
That literally is from washing my wife's car. So she's got this the plastic things over the top of the windows that the rain, and all I did was just wash under that, and it went and just ripped the skin off, and I'm like, oh great, thanks. So that was pretty terrible. All right, so guys, what we're gonna do tonight, so Andy, I said this, I did a vertical stream around 4:30, and I just said something, and this is funny. So typically when I have a guest on, I might have 3 or 4 questions and then just shoot from the hip from there. I think I got like 10 or 15 questions for you. And
ask away.
And I don't even know why, but here's why. Let me tell you why. And I do this same thing with Ben. You know Ben from Jack Wolf. Right. I met Ben at Blade Show 3 years ago. And what happened was he's showing me these slip joints. I don't know much about them other than the fact that my dad always had slip joints. And I used to have a small, I still have it. I just don't carry it. A buck, small Stockman that I used to carry. And other than that, I didn't know a lot about slip joints. So literally Ben has been a series of times he's on that I ask questions about slip joints. And one of the things I think about you when I watch your emails come through about the upcoming models, you're not just, in my opinion, at least, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, you're not just saying, here's a knife. You're saying, okay, I like this pattern. I would like to do something like this pattern, and you know about the pattern, which I think is crazy, and where it came from and how long it's been around and what it was used for and that kind of thing. And I find that fascinating. So that's what we're going to do tonight. First of all, like I told you, we're going to find out a little bit about Rosecraft and how in the world this came to be. And then we're going to do that kind of thing with both the knives that are available now, which you guys can see a bunch of Rosecraft knives sitting right here. A couple of these are in the collection, and a couple will eventually be given away. And then back here in the back are some that I just unboxed, and I may have found a new favorite Rosecraft. And so, but we'll find that out here in just a minute. So, let me. Sorry.
Yes, it's Bora Blue.
It may well be a very beautiful. We'll give everybody a preview. I'm not going to open it though. But guys, this blue is ridiculous. Ridiculous in this whole shape and everything. Yes. So we will be going over that here in a few minutes. But Andy, we've talked a little bit about this, but basically the way I get it is, you were looking for the next thing. You really wanted to continue to design knives, and you met a dude that wanted some knives made, right? He wanted, you guys work together and you've got Rosecraft, and I think it's phenomenal. So tell me the real story. That's not the real story, I'm sure. Oops, he went away again. Ah, dang it. He froze and died. That was such a good question too. All right, hold on a second, guys. One more thing. All right, sorry about that. All right, so yeah, we didn't get an answer to the question. He's gone. All right, so guys, seriously, in all seriousness, this Barlow right here, the Otter Creek Barlow, these scales have to be one of the prettiest wood scales I have ever seen. To me, wood scales are kind of hit and miss sometimes, meaning not that they're bad in any way. It's just sometimes, you get like a really crazy good looking one, and sometimes you get, just okay. This is crazy. This Otter Creek Barlow, to me, with the dark and the light in this wood, is unbelievably beautiful. This one is super pretty, and these are available. Don't forget that you can go to Rosecraft Blades and use that code KnivesFast10 and get 10% off. And you can also go to TPK. Actually, at Rosecraft, it's just Knives Fast. At TPK, it's KnivesFast10. Either of those will get you 10% off at their respective stores. Oh, hold on. He's back.
I mean, hopefully this will stay up for some amount of time tonight.
Who knows, man? The internet is not our friend. But I was just talking about these scales, and I haven't seen a lot of other people's versions, but this dark to light, it was like you knew me, man. This is crazy. It almost looks antiqued or something.
That yellow sandalwood has some great grain in it, and you always get something different. It goes from everything from almost a burl, and you can see these pictures on the website in the product section. I tried to show an array of them because every single one is different. But like yours has heavy grain. It looks almost like a slab of lumber, and then you've got some light and dark on the back. It looks like somebody has really held and used that knife.
Yeah.
And then I had one that was pictured quite a bit, and it has almost a knot in the center of it. So it has the rings
that's crazy.
out, and it was gorgeous. So that Otter Creek came out great.
A lot of the wood ones, I really love the French Broad in the in the dark. Which wood was this again?
That's the black sandalwood.
This is the dark
one, right? Yeah.
Yep.
It almost looks like ebony.
Yeah, and then this is
that's red sandalwood. Oh, rosewood.
Red sandalwood. Oh, rosewood. Okay.
Right.
Good. I got
too many woods.
Too many. But these are, so as far as I know, guys, again, I didn't do a complete stock check before the stream because my life was going crazy right before the stream. But I believe Otter Creek Barlows should be available, and I believe French Broad Jack should be available.
Still available right now on the site. Yep.
As well, and we might as well. Where did I put it? I gave the muskrat away last week. So
yeah, I've got the muskrat here. It's the Mosquito Lake muskrat. You're looking at a knife that's like this closed. You've got two great, two really nice long clip points there.
All right, so let's talk about something. I sounded like an idiot doing my video, But so would you call that a serpentine handle? Because one of the blades sort of points down and the other one sort of goes straight, because you got two different grips going on depending on where it's.
So when you're on the show side of this knife, you can see it's almost a straight grip. And it just gives you that cutting power. It's a piercing power, slicing power. You're going to get some great pull cuts the other way around, though, because this serpentine now lets that be an angled down blade. So you can see that in that sense. You can really push and pull with that side. Now, all of these were made so that you were a farmer in the field and you were doing your work, or you were out skinning something, say with this muskrat, that you had two identical blades that did the same job. So if you're out in the field and you're cutting on something and you go dull on one side, you simply close it down, open up the other side, you got a whole nother knife in your pocket ready to go.
And you can really make.
I always find that stuff fascinating.
It is fascinating, and that's like, if you're a trapper, for example, that would be invaluable. You know, you don't want to carry two or three knives, so you got two of the identical blades.
And it's the same way that Congress comes about. Yeah, I mean, your farmer's using a Congress blade. So you have two long blades, two short secondary blades. They're both identical, like houses of Congress.
Right.
And you have the ability to run this one dull, open the other one, still use it, run this one dull, open this one, and still use it. So it was a time saver. You didn't have to go back to the barn, sharpen up your knife, and come back out.
Right.
You just had it there. The fascinating part about all of the traditional knives is that the patterns grew out of the work. I think the one that's the most misleading, and I don't want to jump too much into.
Uh-oh. Are you there? We're losing you again.
Got one coming.
We're losing him.
We have a trapper coming. And it was literally made as a marketing.
Yep, he gone again. I figured he was going, unfortunately. Hey, Dan Kinman, what's going on, man? So I think what I heard him say, you guys tell me what you heard, is that they have a trapper coming, which is phenomenal. I like trappers. They are one of the few, just fill in the words. That'd be funny. He's saying, heckin' interwebs from the country. Oh gosh, yes, Tenable is a concept brand. It is their budget brand, if I could get words out of my mouth. Yes, we're gonna play charades. I think Andy's internet is just not cooperating tonight. We're trying, guys, but yeah, I don't know what's happening. It is what it is. Bad lip reading. That's it. We should do bad lip reading with Andy. That would be funny. We could do fill in the Andy blanks of his story. Wait, he's here. Okay. Let's see. I don't know.
I don't even know where we left off at this point.
He's saying it's the heckin' country internets.
Yep. There's probably everybody in my neighborhood watching movies at the same time.
Here's what I heard. I heard, I don't want to get too far ahead. Nothing. Trapper coming soon. That's all I heard.
We do have a trapper, but the trapper is one of the few patterns that was made as a marketing ploy. It was not made or designed out of work. It was designed to remind you of work. So it is a throwback to the days of the fur trappers and that stuff. And that's how that knife became famous. It was introduced far after that era and became one of the most popular patterns on the planet.
Gotcha.
But I love this stuff.
That is really cool. I actually own a trapper, believe it or not. This is a Baron Son. Yeah. Baron Son large trapper. My dad gave this to me a long time ago in a galaxy far. I think he bought it at SMKW back in the day. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so that's, guys, a trapper. So basically what you're saying, it wasn't really a work knife. It was, like you said, it was just a marketing.
But it became one, and it became one because that spay blade and the other blade were great for small game skinning. So you can carry that knife out anywhere. You carry it daily in your pocket, but you can carry that knife out anywhere and do the kind of work that you would need to while you were doing small game hunting. Squirrels, raccoons, rabbits, all of that stuff.
And Asso says he does not want anything to remind him of work. Oh no, we don't want that. All right. So I want to go back in time just slightly.
Okay.
That's why I actually pulled this case out. Was to
back
go
in the
back
good old
in
days,
time.
Casey.
And for those of you that don't know this, this guy is the one that was responsible for a lot of the Rough Riders back in the day. And we all have a favorite Rough Rider, and this happens to be mine. And this is the denim micarta work knife. So tell us about the sway back pattern, because I've always found this one super interesting. Now, I like it in hand, and it's a good slicer, and you can see where it'd be good utility. But I've always wondered, what in the world were they thinking here? What was the driving force behind that reverse handle style?
So you can get good pressure down cuts with the shape of that handle. So the Wharncliffe itself is going to get you there, but so you are literally pushing it up in your hand to push down. And it will give you that feel in hand of strength. Swayback was originally made as a loom fixing knife. It was a loom knife where you would go in and you would pull knots and cut knots out of a loom. And so you're probably reaching your hand up in some machinery and cutting things out of a loom with a swayback knife. And it's just going to give you some extra leverage that you wouldn't get the other way around. I find it works great on Amazon boxes, which is my favorite take with the Clinch River swayback that we have. I went one step further with that when we did that and put a finger twirl. Yes. Yep. And so to me, that gives you just a little bit of extra grip to get in there. And of course, we won Import Knife of the Year with that one.
Yep. Exactly. That's a really cool one as well. Yeah, I've had that one for a long time, and I always think of you when I pull that one out. Now, just to show it off. Now, here's another question. One of my okay, this is going to sound like the worst contradiction. I am not always a big fan of multi-blade knives, simply because they can kind of affect your experience with a hot spot or the grip or whatever. But this is that small Stockman that I was talking about, the Buck small Stockman, the whatever number it is. I don't know. Let's see. All you guys are going to ask me. It's the 373, the small Stockman. And for some reason, this one isn't quite as bad as some. And so any chance we'll see a Stockman at some point from you? Uh-oh, did he go again? Andy? I think he's froze again. We're getting really Jim. Who wants to ban Jim? No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Do not do anything to Jim. Hey, I am glad Knives Are Life and Jim. I'm just saying, yes, I have soft hands. He left again. Dang it, internet, you suck. Guys, the internet sucks tonight. Well, I don't know how much he's going to want to keep doing that, guys. We're trying real hard to have some fun here, but the internet does not want Andy to be on my stream tonight for some unknown reason. I am not sure why. What other goodies do I have down here that are really... No, nothing really worth showing there. So we'll put that one away. And so ow, he's just having complete internet failure here. Oh, wait, he's trying it again. Hello, Andy.
I will always try to come back, but you were asking where we're going to have a 3-blade Stockman, and I'll tell you what I've said other places. So far, we've got 1 blade down really, really good at Rosecraft. So far, we got 2 blades down pretty good, and I want them to get better at 2 blades. When we get really good at 2 blades, then we may do a 3-blade and maybe even a 4-blade. Our factory is learning with us, and I think that's probably the best thing that's ever happened. They do really good work. They really listen when things.
Oh, wait, that was me. That was me that time.
Don't scare me like that, Casey. But no, they really listen. And so the knives get better and better as we go along. But I don't want to push them past where they are. So when I'm satisfied with a 3-blade knife, that's when we'll get a 3-blade knife. But what you'll find, I know that your issue with the 2 blades was like, do you have the briar patch, Jack?
I gave it away.
It's a 2-bladed. Okay.
I gave it.
But you
got the
moose.
Away, but I got the moose. Let's go ahead and introduce the moose. Okay. Introduce the moose. So this is some kind of lake or body of water moose.
It's probably the Mosquito Lake moose.
Mosquito Lake moose. That's it.
It's in the vintage mouse brown bone, just like the Nolichucky was.
Yeah. So look at this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that bone is gorgeous, and those Nolichuckies sold out like crazy as soon as they came out. Yes, they did.
And yeah, I got the bone with some really crazy graining in it. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous. So yeah.
Yep. And so on that moose, I found a very old tree brand, probably 120-year-old tree brand pattern that I really liked that had a full swell in the middle of a moose. And I took the bottom swell out and left the palm swell. But if you'll notice, that secondary blade falls right where you can put your finger would fall between the kick and the blade. So now you have something to hold on to. Yep, you might have a few hot spots, and even with the other blade closed, you're going to find that the same exact thing happens. The point of the clip point comes between your ring and middle fingers, and then your finger falls into where you have a good space to hang on.
So if I'm being honest, the clip point. So here's the issue for me. And again, Jim calls me soft hands. Jim Miller is in here calling me soft hands. By the way, Jim Miller, the guy that couldn't open his muskrat, so without a pair of pliers, calling me soft hands. All right, Jim. So what I think is happening, this one, when I have the clip out, that swedge is kind of what's getting me right there. But because the clip point goes down like that, that feels fine to me. That feels perfect.
Right.
No problem whatsoever. Yeah. So again, I'm kind of a weenie on it, but I mean, there are tons of people in the chat saying the muskrat is one of their favorites. I've seen they have all been giving me a hard time. And it's a fantastic knife. And I tell you what, this freaking fat clip point here, this thing is sweet.
So what you'll notice on all of our clip points is they're just all a little bit different, whether it's the Otter Creek Barlow, whether it's the Mosquito Lake moose you have in your hand, the muskrat we just had up, even your Appalachian Jack, they all have slightly different clip points. The Loosahatchee Jack has an old school, full, big fat clip point on it. More similar to the Mosquito Lake moose than the others, but they're all slightly different. I want to give people different blades to play with. I think we'd be bored out of our minds if you just always had the same exact knife in your hand.
I agree completely, 100%. I think.
But the other thing with the two ended knives that we've done is the briar patch and that knife. The one thing that I want to do is give you 2 full-size blades to use.
Yep.
So you've got a full-size spear and you've got a full-size clip in that moose. I said, screw the spay. Nobody likes a spay blade anymore.
Andy, come back.
The spear instead of the.
Well, guys, I think he's going again. Unfortunately. Guys Talk Knives, best episode ever, Tree. It's the KC talks knives. Andy talks them for about 30 seconds and then freezes up. This is gonna go down in history as the craziest KFLive ever. So what you're getting to see here is the Mosquito Lake moose. And this is actually, it's not, look, let me just say this correct. It's not bad in the hand. It's just a preference thing for me. It just definitely doesn't feel bad. And you could definitely use this. And man, look at this. Look at that back spring. Oh my goodness. And the way they did the covers on this one is absolutely, look at that. Look at that. Again, just a beautiful, beautiful knife. What do you think of this one, everybody? What are your thoughts on the Mosquito Lake, Mosquito River, Mosquito Lake moose? And we have the rose Bud Shield. There he is. We're gonna play musical Andy tonight.
I swear it's like every time I talk more than like 35 to 45 seconds at a time, it zaps out.
Oh, you're overloading it. Maybe. I don't know.
It could be. I don't know.
I'll just do all
we'll
the
figure
talking.
It out.
I'm gonna get the Bora Bora out in here in just a minute, Tim. We'll get it. So trust me. This is a beaut. Very, very nice indeed. I like you were saying you kind of cut some of the swell out a little bit.
So the original Tree brand had a swell on the top and the bottom of the knife. So you had one where your palm is and one on the backside of the knife. I just took the backside out because I don't know. I didn't like it in the back. I don't like that feeling in the back in my palm.
Gotcha.
I would rather have it on my fingers if it's going to be anywhere. But I think the swell makes that just a little bit different than most of the moose that you see on the stuff. So you can see if you turn it flat, there you go. There's a swell the other way. Flip it sideways.
Oh, this way.
There you go. There's a swell that happens towards the blades. So in the center of the handles, it swells up and swells back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And like I was showing when you went away for a minute, beautiful back spring. Come on. Light.
Stainless steel back springs, man. There is no better thing in my world. I don't know why I'm not a fan of brass. I just love that monolithic feel of all of that silver going straight across the back on the knives.
Yep. It's pretty. It is very, very pretty. And the funny thing is you say you've been teaching the factory. I mean, the Nolichucky to me is absolutely the most perfect one I've seen of yours, but you're right. They're all about perfect. This is just the one that speaks to me more than any of them. Sure. I am a huge spear point guy.
That is a George Weston Home IXL pattern that's over 100 years old. So you're talking about Sheffield, so cool. England. It is literally take that knife. Let's try to make it into a knife that works like a good knife here in the future. Let's use some product. Let's use some steel like D2 and give us a good long-lasting cutting blade. I mean, that's the Nolichucky is coming back. And here's the thing: it's coming back both in that brown bone and that moss brown, and it's coming back in stag.
Oh, guys, it's coming in stag. Look at that.
Yep. It'll, of course, be a little bit more expensive, but I mean, gosh, if you've seen the gun stock that we did at Stag, it turned out great.
Yeah, I gave it away, but it's all good. I kept the micarta one because I really like that. So question in the chat, Nick Martino, will Rosecraft ever do or work with more premium materials?
So my question would be, what materials would you be interested in? And I say that for this reason. D2 used to be considered a super steel. I don't know if people remember it that far, but it really did. And I've watched Scab. If you guys aren't watching Choir Boys Outdoor Cutlery, he did 35, almost 40 days with a Beaver Creek Barlow in that D2 without ever sharpening it. And so it's a great steel. I get that people want higher end steels and that kind of thing. I would say we may explore some premium models that would be like one-off kind of, this is an event knife kind of thing. Here is a VG10 or something more exotic with some exotic style handles that there are only 200 made of, that kind of thing. But I wouldn't say that we would do it just in general, because I'm very happy with where we are with the D2. Now, if you move into another category that we're exploring and we'll explore more in the future, modern traditionals, then I will tell you, yes, we'll be playing in the S90Vs, we'll be playing in the S35Vs, but those will all be modern takes on traditional knives. Whereas you're in the traditional category right now, which is just plain traditional. If that makes sense.
He's apparently asking about carbon fiber or different handle materials, not really the steel, I guess.
We are exploring all kinds of materials in the handle for sure, but I would say that carbon.
Oh, don't go away. We were just having a good talk.
And that kind of stuff, maybe fat carbon might end up in a.
Well, he's going. Yeah, when he goes, he doesn't usually come right back. Sorry, guys. It's terrible. Let's give it a second. Yeah, we'll put him off camera and see if it frees up, but it's not going to. Yeah, he's just completely froze now. Wait, hold on. Let me put it back. Yeah, he's completely froze now. Hello? Nope, he gone. There you go, Lou. That's funny. Yeah, Appalachian Jack is a very nice knife. I gave that one away too. I end up giving all of them away, guys. I'm just you guys get everything. No, I mean I'm gonna keep a few of these. Like I think I may keep one of the 2 French broads and give the other one away. Matter of fact, we might see one of those later tonight. I will definitely be giving the Beaver Creek. I want somebody to get that Beaver Creek Barlow and enjoy it. I enjoy it as well, but I want somebody to enjoy it. And yeah, I mean, he's just making some really, and what I like, here's the thing. I like to learn about the uses for these slip joints. Oh, there he is. Hold on.
It's driving me mad.
This will go down.
But I'm getting good at logging in and logging out, which is, what I have to do each time. I have to leave and come back in.
Yeah, I don't know if we could do that. Who just asked me that? I don't think I have a way to just do his voice and not. I mean, are you saying he's ugly or what are you?
Oh no, we all know that already.
No, they're saying you might take less internet if it's just voice. I don't know a way to do that. Let's see.
I'm also trying to work with a new camera right now, so that might be part of it.
I don't know. The one thing that I had to do when I first started doing this stuff with StreamYard, I was using other browsers, and when I switched to Google Chrome, it seems to be more stable.
That's what I'm in right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
For that very reason.
That's the only real change I can yeah, Conal, I will be giving several of those away. Matter of fact, we'll pick one of these to give away tonight. Some Rosecraft will be in the giveaway tonight, of course. I can tell you what won't be in there. I can tell you right now, this is staying right here. If it's not in my pocket, my wife has already tried to steal it. I took it upstairs earlier, and she's like, "Holy moly!" So this is all right. You say it. You say the name the first time.
Okay, so it's like if you took the word Tennessee and stretched it out and made it Tanasi. It's the Tanasi Lake Teardrop.
And of course, well, okay, you tell me the origins of the teardrop. I think I know, but we'll see.
I honestly don't know the full origins. I just know it was a small pocket knife that was very popular. What I did, I can tell you I did to make this one was, do you know the old Colt teardrop? How it has the fat puddly end on it? Do you remember that one that back in the day? It was before Rough Rider.
Some guys in here are going to. I'm not
so Colt made a teardrop that had a fat puddly end. Tony Bose made a more pointy end. Yep, I married the two together. I took the fat puddly end and put the pointy on the other end, and it ends up being much more, at least to my liking, and feels better in the hand. I just like how much blade you get out of that small handled knife. I mean, it is unreal. Father,
both this and the Moose drop Friday.
Yep.
Andy, what time are those going to be?
I usually try to drop them around 7:45 in the morning, maybe even a little bit earlier. The email goes out at 7:45. I wake up very, very early and I just turn them on. There'll be plenty to go around, but if you want to know exactly when they drop, go to the site and sign up. You'll get an email as soon as the stock hits.
So, and am I just looking at bone that's dyed this Bora Bora blue? Is that what I'm looking at?
That is genuine bone right there. That is good old cow bone.
Absolutely
right there.
Beautiful. That is some deep. Now, I'll tell you what it reminds me of. If I know what I did with it. So this is my GEC 49, not 94, in blue camel bone. And hold on, let's get them turned around here. And so it's deeper and more blue. Yours is, but you can see there where the dye took really well in the middle. It's almost the same blue, really. It's just,
I could not be happier with how this blue. I asked for a deep turquoise, and when it came in, I was like, that's more than turquoise. That's almost like an azure. And then I started looking for oceans that had that color, and Bora Bora just happens to be that color blue water. So it's Bora Bora Blue Bone, and
that's just gorgeous.
Can I see that GEC again? Hold that one up again.
Yeah,
I'm always interested in these. I really, really want to see it.
Yeah, so this is the 49. It was called the Liberty or Freedom, I think. It's
does it go up in the back like a sway back, or is it straight back?
Let's see. It kind of has a little bit of an. Hold on.
It's almost like a slender.
It definitely comes up just slightly here.
It's like you married a doctor's knife with a sway back.
Yeah.
Right? Or a loom fixer, like the old half-hawk. You remember that knife?
Yeah.
That's nice, but that's slender. That's pretty. I like it.
Yeah, it's very small and very slender. Very, very kind of simple, nice, and I love the blade shape, of course.
Of course, you got a nice sheep's foot there.
Yeah. Oh, come on, focus camera. You got. There we go.
All right. There it is. Perfect.
But nice. It's the Northfield, so I just like your knives.
They make such a pretty knife.
I fingerprint them up like crazy. So if you want to, here, I'll show you. If you like to see the GECs, I'll show you a wild one.
Okay.
I got this.
I like to see all knives. I can't say this enough. I like to see all knives.
This is a Lancelot leather slip, by the way. Look at that.
I love him. Yep, I love those guys.
So here is the GEC. I did a trade for this, and I still feel guilty because I think I got a better deal. But this is the English Jack.
Nice.
And again, not normally my thing with the two blades, but it works because it's such a big handle. Big old stinking again. Then look at that Northfield.
Oh yeah.
Just a beautiful finish on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, George Westonhome, who designed all those old knives for IXL, was a genius. And there's a nice little spear. That's why I was wondering what the secondary was going to be. That's nice.
Yep.
Nice
little spear, which is again why I don't think it bothers me as much.
Right.
Because it just kind of hides away there, and it's not.
That's beautiful.
Not a big deal in the hand, but crazy. It's some kind of resin, I think.
Yeah, it's acrylic. They did some amazing acrylics at GEC. Yeah, they're called what was it? Butter and pancakes or butter and coffee or something like that. It was just gorgeous back in the day.
So that one there, when he showed me, he sent it to me for review, and then like a month later, he's like, "You want to trade?" And I'm like, "Oh, come on." I can't remember what I traded him, but
the fun thing about these and all of that is, I love a GEC. I love what they do. I love the craftsmanship that goes into the knife. I also know how hard it is to get your hands on a new one. Sometimes
it is.
I also know how expensive they get on the secondary market. So, we started Rosecraft. I said, I want to find a level where if you can't get your hands on a GEC, you can still get a really nice knife at not the same price. It's just at less, but get a really, really nice knife and work your way to a GEC. So, I mean, best of all worlds.
You've done it. And you're at a price range that is very interesting, obviously, with competition. And that's all I'm going to say. But the quality of these is phenomenal at the price. And guys, I got to tell you, it's not just the blue. Okay. This is where Andy had me on this one. Number one, the blue. Number two, you guys know spear point, and especially in a traditional, is absolutely my favorite. But third, this contoured handle with the swell towards the back is just absolutely perfect for me. It is a small knife.
3.5 inches, but it feels like a full 4 because of that swell. It gives you a good grip.
And I can slide up on the kick here, not a problem. And I bet you this guy, I haven't tried to cut with it yet, but with that nice swedge, it's going to cut really. I mean, this is.
Think about this too, Casey. It's 2.2 ounces. 2.2 ounces. So you can drop that in your slacks on Sunday, and you'll never feel it at church. And nobody's going to know it's there in your slacks.
There's your size comparison with the Nolichucky. You guys can see it's quite smaller, smaller. And he's right. Way lighter. A lot lighter.
Which is wild because you're using the same stock in the blade to start with, right? You're using the same stock width, or the width of the blade. So you're talking about 3.27 millimeters. I think that's what that is. I don't remember off the top of my head, but you're talking about the same width in both blades. You're just talking about making a smaller, lighter knife.
Yep.
Yeah, it hasn't left my pocket since it came in.
There you go. These are dropping Friday at dealers, and gonna be and at Rosecraft, gonna be really cool, I think. This thing is, I'm sorry, guys. I love you, and I will give a lot of these away, but this one's not going anywhere. It's just,
I feel that
the way it is. You don't get this one.
It's so funny to me, Casey, because I handle every single one of the knives coming. We have a team that does quality control. So we open every knife, we clean it up a little bit. We take out the ones we're not going to sell anybody unless they're seconds that are actually working knives. And then I open and close every single one of these. And you don't know how hard it is sometimes not to put the really pretty ones in my pocket. I mean, every time you hit one that's a beautiful piece of bone, you put it in, you're like, okay, fine, I'm just going to stick it in the middle of this box, and it's going to go to some dealer out there, and somebody's going to get this knife. But I want, you see them and you want to put them in your pocket every time.
So I did that. I did that with the with my latest knife, the Fractus. The night before we did the QC, I went through a few of them, and I saw one that was incredibly blue in the fat carbon, and I set it aside. And the next morning, clumsily, I came down with a whole box of knives, and I got them all mixed up, and then we never found it. We never figured it out. And so somebody, I think I know who has it. And I'm like, that was supposed to be mine,
right?
But it's gone now. But I mean, this one's beautiful.
I'm glad that people get them, but there's a part of me that wants to hang on to them. You see it, you got to have it.
Yep, for sure. Jeremy Freak Show tried to help me find it. We could not find it. I don't know what I did with it, but yeah. So these are coming Friday, and I don't know how many you got, Andy, but if this one doesn't go pretty quick too, I will be surprised.
I can tell you that we have up to our minimums to what we've purchased now, because they were just moving too fast, which is a good problem to have. Part of the growing pains that you come into. So I think we'll have plenty of these to go around. I know that I have sent out today a ton to dealers. So they're going to be everybody should have them the same day on Friday. They should all have theirs in stock ready to go. I think the one exception would be in the UK, because their guy who does the shipping is on vacation this week and is not around to do the shipping portion of it for Heidi Haynes.
Derek, well, let's just see real quick. I don't want to get wood everywhere, but I would, I mean, this is going to bite for whittling. It's not going to give you, with the spear point, you're not going to get some of the detail that you would with a more pokey knife. But yeah, I mean, you could definitely use this for whittling. I don't see why not. It should work, man. Real fine details. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm doing these little tiny feathers here. Are you kidding?
I tell you, the one thing I am most proud of is how sharp and ready to go our knives come.
Very sharp.
The one thing I tell people on a regular basis, they have been fine-tuned, they have been cleaned, they are sharp, they are heat tempered just right, and there is no need for you to flush that knife. There is no need for you to oil that knife. Wait till it's ready, till it's telling you, hey, baby, I need a little bit of oil. That's when you need to oil your knife. And then really only deal with the pivot. And if you're going to store it at all, because it's D2, put a couple of drops on the blade and just spread it really, really thin. Put it in a nice, fairly dry area, and your knife should last forever.
Yeah, look how clean that is, guys. Not in this price range. You don't typically see that. This is absolutely phenomenal. That means in the factory, they were cleaning the parts before assembly. And that's phenomenal. That means you're not globbing oil, but you're putting enough in the right places. And that's because Andy's probably told them, don't send me a bunch of globbed up, dirty, nasty knives. And
dirty. The one thing we only run into ever is just sometimes some have some extra buffing compound, and we have to get that off. But we're doing that here in Maryville before it comes out to you guys. Yeah.
Right.
And then the really bad ones you guys are never going to see. So we try to catch every crack, every bad dye job, and those will go in our semi-annual second sales. So if it's a full working knife, we put them out as seconds and try to sell them on that end for a lower price.
I've been trying to find something wrong with this one, and I can't find a darn thing. The transitions are great. The pins there's no slop around the pins or the shield. You can't feel, I mean, you can feel the shield, but you can't feel the shield. You know what I'm saying? You can tell the difference between the steel and the bone, but there's no lip. And I love that you went with a single flute there. I think that looks really nice and classy. And guys, something I didn't list in my list of KC things, the blue, the spear point, the way it feels in the hand. I can pinch it. I do not have to use the long pull. I can pinch it. And that is a big deal for me. For those of you that don't know, I like to pinch a knife. So I would I have arthritis, and it's much easier for some reason for me to pinch than to try to dig in with my thumbnail. Thank you, Neil. Neil McKenzie with the $2 super chat. Thank you, my friend. My first knife was a Cub Scout knife. Any Scout knives in the work? Good question.
Scout knives are difficult, and I'm going to tell you right away. If we're not up to a 3-bladed knife, we're definitely not up to a 4-bladed knife that has a can opener or a punch and that stuff in it. But we might get there one day. I mean, you never know. We're just in the infancy. I mean, really, I know we started off on this topic way back when before I got cut off, but we met for the very first time as before the business was even formed in June of 2021. The very next summer, we do Blade Show in 22. In 23, we win Import Knife of the Year. And so we're really only into 2.5 years
crazy,
of selling.
Yeah.
It's been insane. It's been a fun run. I am just over the moon about how far everything has gone and how far along we are. I would have never suspected that we would be where we are right now at this point in it. I thought, we would still be trying to establish a name, but we've gone to Texas, we've gone out to the West Coast for Blade Show. People now know the brand name, and that's fantastic. I never thought we would be here at 2 years in. And now we're just trying to refine it and keep it moving forward. We do both moderns and traditionals, but we do have a better market. I think people know us more for our traditional knives. I think somebody in your chat before we started was mentioning that they've had a Weya for almost 2 years now and have never had to sharpen it. So the moderns, a lot of them perform very much like the traditionals. I think people just know us as the traditional knife guys now. So if you haven't given the moderns a shot, give it a shot. Just, they're in that good price range. They're in that Civivi Kaiser range, that $45 to $60 range, and you're going to get all the ceramic ball bearings and all that stuff. If you don't like it, I've got a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. Send it back to me in the box. I'll give you your money back. It just that's the way it goes.
That's true. I mean, definitely check out their modern knives as well. Very, very cool. So Anasso is asking, he asked this during the freeze, any chance of a traditional designs from other regions? Example, I don't even know what that is. Kulin blade?
I will say this. I don't know what that is at all, but I am very open to suggestions from anybody. So what that means is if you have an idea for a traditional or something that you'd like to see, send me an email. Go on the site, go to the contact site, find the email address, send it to me. If you can, either send me links to a knife that's like it or send me pictures in the email. I love to see different knives that are out there, and I am open to whatever is on that. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that type of knife. It
looks like it's a sword of some sort, but it may be a specific. I'm trying to find a folder in. Well, maybe this is. Here's a concept. Let's see if this is what he's talking about. Here's a concept knife called the. However you pronounce that folder.
I don't know. It looks like Killen.
Maybe. And of course, we get a 10% off thing right in the middle of the screen. So I don't know. I don't think that doesn't look anything like the sword I saw. So that must not be. All right, Anasso, help us out here. What are you looking for, my friend? I don't think that's it. But yeah, definitely. Let's see if he can tell me what specifically. Oh, so a shilling cutter? Is that what we're talking about? Is that gray or is that what a quillen is? Is it more like a? Okay, so the Vosti Nightshades style blade. Are you familiar with that?
I am not.
Okay, we're gonna fix that. So he's talking about it's a Japanese traditional pattern called the shilling cutter.
Okay.
It's a very interesting blade shape. If Casey can get it on the screen, that would be really cool. All right, let's see if I can go back to this. Share screen. All right, so this is the Vosti Nightshade. It's a very, I call it a leaf blade, like sort of like a lot of Spyderco's.
Yes.
But very leafy looking blade is kind of what we're talking about here.
That's interesting. I would wonder how we would do that in a traditional blade.
I agree. That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm not sure, especially with that amount.
You'd almost have to do a laguiole like the French broad jack is. So the French broad jack is a traditional laguiole, or very much close to it, has a squared end, which is a little bit different than you'd see. They were known as quill pins, which is interesting that we see that word quill in there, because they were known as quill blades. They were meant to sharpen your quills and that kind of stuff. You'd have to do that. You'd have to put a little bit more curve in it to contain a leaf blade, if that makes sense at all.
Yeah. Correct, to contain it back here. Correct.
Yep.
Yep.
But, I've never
be an interesting. I don't have a nightshade here. I give everything away. I don't ever have anything to show. It's crazy because when I want to show stuff, I don't have one.
Right.
And it actually hurts a little bit, but I'm not going to keep everything. I don't have any room for everything, but sometimes I want to do a comparison. Like I get a knife in and I'm like, man, it would be great to compare to,
right.
I don't have it. Might get that angle on a single blade sow belly variation, says Michael Morgan. That could be interesting for sure. Yeah. Eggplant shaped blade. Yep.
So I can tell you we have a one-bladed sow belly coming in round 5. Ooh. And all of round 5 should be in by the end of October. So we are in round 4 right now. We have one more coming in round 4 plus some reorders. If you missed out on the Cane Creek Jack the first time, it is coming back in red sandalwood and its original layered G10, which was the candy stripe kind of look on the knife.
Right.
And then we'll start into round 5. But that does include a one-bladed sow belly, which is right out of the mouth of Thrifty and Slippy over at the Thrifty and Slippy show. They wanted a one-bladed sow belly, and I started playing with it. It was like, I really like this. And so, as I said a second ago, if you have an idea for a knife, tell me what it is, because I'll play with it until it becomes mine, and we'll put it in the mix.
In the chat at this moment saying Hawksbill.
So we have a loom fixer coming in round 5 as well. And a loom fixer is a half hawk. You might know it from Rough Rider as a half hawk. Case called them a loom fixer. So we have one of those coming, which is very much that hawk bill. It's almost a half hawk bill. It's not a full hooking.
And he's asking about a fruit knife. Your hawk bill would work really well for that, for sure. Love a one-bladed sow belly. Yeah, it does sound cool. So we were talking about Cub Scout knives. Check this out. This terrible shape thing. This is my Cub Scout knife. This is
from back in the day.
Ulster, yes. And it is in roached out shape because I fished with it. This cleaned a billion trout. No joke. And yeah, look at the shape we've got on this blade from all the sharpening.
Isn't that
was
great?
A 10-year-old kid sharpening with a stone.
Right.
Yep. So
I've been trying to make this point recently amongst people is that, up until 40, 50 years ago, nobody had ever heard of a flipper. Nobody had ever heard of assisted opening. Nobody had ever heard of a frame lock, a liner lock, any of that thing. If you went to work with a knife, it was a slip joint. And that's what it had been for 150 years. Just flat out, 150, 200 years, it was a slip joint. And they got refined into all these different patterns. And so people want to treat a slip joint like it shouldn't be used hard. But your granddad did all the time. You obviously, with that Cub Scout knife, used it hard all the time.
Big time.
Big time. So I think sometimes we forget that and we try to treat them like they're dainty little knives not to be used. But that's what everybody used before we got to where we are.
They had
40 years. That's what they had. Yeah. I'm not saying either one is better than the other. I think we've got this in our brain somehow that a slip joint is not safe. If you know how to use a slip joint, you're not going to cut yourself with it. It's not going to close unless you're using it improperly.
If you're doing something dumb, then yes.
Right.
But in my opinion, on a slip joint, I'm cutting into that. Okay. I'm pushing into that lockup, or not lockup, but
you're using the joint the way it should be used.
The only thing, right? The only thing I could see is if you go into a material, like let's just say some big thick foam, and you sort of get stuck and then you try to pull back, then maybe it could do that. But use your brain. Use your brain. Stop for a second. Think about what you're doing, and it's not a big deal. This big blade, this could do just about anything. Rusty's asking about a sod buster or sod buster.
Round 5. Round 5, we have a farmhand. Round 5, we have a farmhand coming. It's going to come in 2 different colors. It's going to have gun stock checkers in the handle. So like, you know, that checker that ends up in the palm of your hand on a rifle. Yeah, it'll be
on
like
your
that.
Remington. On your I have a Remington shotgun that has that. So yes,
that diamond checker will be in the handles of both of those. And I chose to go between the 2 sizes. So there's a large sodbuster and a sodbuster junior. I did best of both worlds, and it's right in between the 2 sizes. So you're talking about a knife that is going to be good for most everybody, and it is a traditional sodbuster that we're calling a farmhand.
Yep. And several people are telling you about the Nessmuk blade shape, which is going to end up being somewhat similar to that nightshade.
I know a Nessmuk for sure, and I helped do the one. I helped design the one that ended up being done at Essie back in the day. Do you remember the one that James refined? James Gibson did a Nessmuk for them that was an SMKW exclusive. When we pitched that, I was the one who first drew it out, and then James made it awesome. So it is what it is at that point. So I know that blade shape. I'd be interested to try to do that in a. Wouldn't that end up looking like Spyderco's slip joint? Remember that travel safe thing that Spyderco did?
It
had the little lumpy. Yeah, it looked like a turtle head at the end of the knife.
The roadie. Is that
the roadie? That's exactly. It was TSA compliant.
Right. Yep. That's funny.
It had the little round
that shape for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could pitch that one real easy. It
had the little, instead of a hole, it had a divot there at the end, right by the turtle head.
It was the pincher of all pinchers. Yep, absolutely. I'm clumsy enough to have cut myself on every kind of knife I have. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. There you go. Yep.
We try to prescribe the SDSS method, and it's right along what you said. It's the stop doing stupid blank with your knife. That's how I get cut every time. I'm doing something stupid with it.
100%. It's usually with me. It's with a locking knife, and I'm flipping it over here while doing something else, and then I feel this pain, and I'm like, "Wait, what just happened?" Pay attention to what you're doing, kind of thing.
You know, when we used to do the old show live, the worst I got cut was playing around with a Spyderco compression lock. I just wasn't even thinking about it. I just held it up like this and squeezed the lock, and my fingers are on this side of the knife, and it just full drops and got me across all 3 of those fingers. So I threw below the table the whole rest of the show, trying to literally stop bleeding in that hand.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do these back to back. Smaller 2.25 to 2.5 bladed slip joint from Rosecraft. Question mark.
I am trying to find one. I'm in the middle of designing round 6 right now. I know that we have not done one yet. I will tell you that I love the Copperhead that I did for Rough Rider Reserve. That to me is it's a peanut sized knife. So I'm looking to find something that falls
super
in
small
the
right there.
Yeah, that peanut that is 2 to 2.5 inches, 2 1/4 closed. That is just, you could drop in a 5th pocket, right? We need that size in Rosecraft. We've not done it yet, so I'm on it. I'm trying to do one for round 6. I haven't got it yet, but I do love the idea of that.
Nice. Yeah, my only problem with super small knives is just don't make the blade too thin. I've seen some of them where they just make it, and then I can sit there and bend the blade and no thanks.
I used to collect peanuts. I think that's a great pattern. I just don't know if I want to do a plain peanut or something else. I know everybody likes the little mini toothpicks. Were hugely popular.
Yeah, those are cool.
And that's what the Copperhead was, kind of a mini toothpick with a coping blade in the end of it. So
gotcha. So we're a multi-tool whittling knife like Flex Cut does. I'm not familiar with that.
I will probably say, Connell, no. I mean, there's always a chance. I will leave it at that. There is always
not
a chance.
Yet. He's not at that point yet. So.
I'm not near that point yet. I mean, if we keep designing at the rate we are, we might get to anything.
Yeah, maybe. Tim likes the Copperhead idea, so that's good. Cub lockback, somebody's saying, though. Those are interesting as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very small. You want to talk about small? Those are small.
Yes.
I have a friend with 300 peanuts, says Jim.
Wow.
Holy moly.
That's great. At one point, I had almost 50.
I believe Mike Curtis has a bunch of these guys and a bunch of peanuts, I believe. Yep.
What other small patterns are there? There's the mini toothpick. There's the peanut. I know we've got a Cub lockback, but that's really only happening in Rough Rider.
Right.
We get mini Stockmans, but I think that's crazy.
Rusty's asking about a large Coke bottle.
Rusty, you might be very happy with round 6.
I was going to say, you said something about a small toothpick.
I found one that I'm all over the large. I have not
convinced.
I have not convinced my wife yet that she should be in love with it too. But I found one for round 6 that is a knife that I love. That was a John Primble, and it is such a beautiful knife. And if I can get them to do it in the type of bone that I want, I think people will love it just flat out. But it is a large Coke bottle. You know, the Cane Creek is a coffin Coke bottle, but it's small. It is the smallest knife we've done so far.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that is a small Coke bottle for sure. Swell center, small swell center, says James. A pen
like the old
knife
bow tie
is
knives.
needed.
Mm-hmm.
A pen knife is needed. That would be cool.
Haven't done a Congress yet. We've got a Senator coming out in round 5, which is gorgeous with a real lamb's foot.
All right, so I'm just we'll go ahead and rip we're gonna rip the Band-Aid off and ask about this guy that's still sitting in a box right here, and the question down here at the bottom. Button Clinch River restock
coming. They are being produced in the factory right now. We did not have enough come in. We sold a bunch at Blade Show, and they are in the factory right now. That was the very first modern traditional that we've done. It's M390 with titanium, everything else. I think we'll only get better in this realm. I don't think we're in the same level as Jack Wolf, and I don't think we want to be. I think I want to do the same thing that we're doing with GEC that we did with Jack Wolf.
Gotcha.
So what we would say is think half the price of Jack Wolf, but not the same. Good God, you just can't get as good as he's doing in those knives. Like the one you held up at the beginning of the show. Oh, I love Ben, by the way. Ben stood and talked to me for almost 45 minutes in Texas last year, and we had a great conversation.
This is the after hours, Jack.
It's beautiful. What he's doing is amazing. Go buy his knives and keep him in business because he needs to stick around for a while.
I agree. What you got here? David Jewell, Grandpa called his knife Bladey and gave me my first slip joint that I still have today, and it's more wore out than KC's. There you go, David. That's cool.
I love to see him like that.
Bladey.
I love to see him like that.
That is hilarious. I'm trying to find my there it is. There is the Dolica for your salute, David. Thank you so much for doing that. Wait a minute. Would the Obed Creek handle work with a Schillen cutter style blade?
Yes.
So
yes, it would.
Yeah, it could. It could.
Yeah. It's my original bow trapper. So that bow trapper is going to hold just about anything you want it to hold.
Well, just let me know when I can pull this out of the box and do a video.
For sure.
Right now, it just sits over here in the. Ow! What are you doing? Okay.
I rolled over my toe.
Oh, darn. After you were beating me up, I rolled over your toe. How dare I? This is my son, Trevor. That's Andy.
Hey, Trevor.
Hello, Andy.
Hey.
I thought I'd beat you up real quick.
You thought you would beat me up real quick? What do you think of this? What do you think of this blue on this knife that's dropping Friday? Let's have a Trev Turbo review. You don't like slip joints, but
I don't.
You don't hate them.
I don't mind the look of them. I just would never like when I could.
Oh, here we go, Andy. Misinformation.
Me as an ADHD person would not want something I can't go. It doesn't mean it's not good.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You're getting all the T-Rex
let me say this so that Trevor can hear it too, because I'm sure Trevor
hold
likes.
On. Let me. What did I do with? There it is. Stick this in your ear because he's talking to you.
Oh,
he's talking to you.
Hey, Trevor, can you hear me now?
All right. Yeah, I can.
Okay. So here's what I say about that. I love a good flipper, a good. Your dad's knives are amazing. I love to play with them. They are great fidget-friendly ADHD things. However, I suggest to people that they carry both all the time. Find your favorite modern. Put a knife like this in your pocket, because when you're down next to the church there, it's in Lynchburg, right? Am I right? And that's where we are?
Right.
Right? You don't pull out your flippy knife and scare the crud out of grandma when you need to cut into something or take a tag off.
True.
You just take a slip joint out of your pocket, you open it easy, and she's like, oh, my husband had one like that. And then you cut it off. But it's always with you. It's always safe. It is never going to scare anybody. But I can tell you on a regular basis, I have many times flipped a ZT. I loved my Dmitry Sinkovich ZTs. Take that out somewhere and just... And people are like, oh my God, what's he got? What's he got?
This guy's always at the dinner table at like restaurants going.
Are you threatening people with the Sizzler again?
Yes. Yeah.
We'll be at Texas Roadhouse and he'll just be like, boom, boom. And I just see people looking over like, what the heck?
One of the funniest stories ever. My wife still talks about this, but this is my Holt Morpheus. This was given to me by Nicholas Shires, that is a member of this channel. I met Nicholas at the Lynchburg, what's the name of the restaurant? Chili's. So literally, dude walks in with a Holt Blade Works t-shirt on. And I went, Holt Blade Works, really cool. Can never afford one. And he whips out a Holt Spectre, puts it in my hand. And I'm in the middle of, where you wait in line up front to be called. There's like 100 people standing there. And I'm going, pow, zap. Pow, wham, and he's even looking like all uptight about it. He's like, what are you? This thing is like so good. I've never felt anything like this. I'm just like,
yep.
And he's like, okay, can we put it away now? And I'm like, my wife's sitting there going, quit it.
Where was this?
At Chili's one night. It was just me and her. I don't think you were there. But
that's funny though. And people are scared of them, and I don't. I mean, it's we've kind of moved away as a society from people carrying pocket knives on a regular basis. I mean, I'd love us to move back to that, but we don't do that as much. I also say to people that, especially with children, if you're going to get a child a knife, get them a slip joint, dull down the blade a little bit, and teach them knife safety with a knife that they have to be safe with.
I had
then they can graduate. Yeah. Then they can graduate into the other knives and be able to do the other knives safely.
And I would argue that the right slip joint, not everyone's for everybody, but I would say the French Broad Jack would fall into this category. Something that's easy to pinch can be a very fidgety experience. I mean, if you can sit here and just do this,
I don't like
very tactile movement.
I don't like the ones where I feel like I'm ripping my fingernails off.
No, that's what I'm saying. Some of them aren't that way, but this one has a super big, the blade sticks up a little bit and you can easily pinch it and do your thing. So hey, Ed Harrison, what's up? Fed Harrison, I should say. We are going to transition to the giveaway here in just a minute.
Yeah, I'm going to get my shower, but it was nice to meet you, Andy.
All right.
Nice to meet you too.
All right. Let me have my earbud back. All right. Thank you. So real quick, Andy, so whoa, what was that? Did you hear that, Trevor? No. Oh, you don't have the earbud in. I do. I heard somebody talking to me. A random woman's voice.
Wow.
Okay.
Are you hearing random women again, Casey?
Yes, I am.
I just see the bugs.
Oh, wow. Man, guys, back to the story from earlier. The guy that wants to buy the toolbox is like total drive me crazy here. Yeah. So, all right. So, basically what I was going to say is number one, to tie a bow on all this, if you want a Rosecraft blade, okay, so let's talk about a couple things here. Number one, we're talking about an American company. Yes, the knives are made in China, clearly. As a matter of fact, I opened them up ahead of time to get the China sticker off, which it's not a big deal. I make a big deal out of it. I'm just a goofball. Don't pay any attention to me. But the American company, great American dude. Andy is so fun to talk to. Designing, you can hear he's got passion for these designs. He's trying to be as true as he can to the original pattern, and yet making them interesting and useful and all those things. And so there are Rosecraft blades that are available, both modern and traditionals, on Rosecraft's site. You can use this code Knives Fast, not the KC part. You can use Knives Fast for 10% off there. And I would also suggest, if you prefer, for some reason, traditionalpocketknives.com, you can use Knives Fast 10 over there. Go ahead.
And Austin is great. Austin is good people. Everybody should go and love on Austin. He is one of my favorite dealers that I have out there, amongst other dealers.
Yep.
I don't have time to name them all, but if you want to shop at traditionalpocketknives.com, please do. He is running a great company, and he is doing big things over there. So if you want to support T. Big Key, that does not hurt my feelings one bit whatsoever.
Yeah.
You get your knives there.
You told me that, and that's why I kind of go back and forth a little bit and talk about both, because I want to support
I talked
you,
to
and I
Austin
want to support him. And
I talk to him probably a couple times a week, every week. So it just is what it is.
Yep. And guys, and then so what's already there, check it out. But coming Friday morning, first thing, you've got this guy, the Bora Bora Bone. You say it. Tanasi. Dang it. I'll get it by the time I do my video. Tanasi. And this thing is super cool. It's a teardrop, obviously. Very nice. And then,
do you want to give one of those away and let me ship it?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm not going to turn that down. We will do that.
Hang on to yours, and I'll ship another one.
Oh man, there you go. I'm not giving mine away. I already said that. And this is the Mosquito Lake. Mosquito Lake. Crap. Moose. Dang it. There's too many.
It is not a crap
Andy.
moose. You got to watch out for the crap moose. He leaves big piles.
This is the Mosquito Lake Moose. Okay. Yeah. So these are both coming Friday, and I think the chat agrees we can do that giveaway. You are my hero. There you go, Tim.
Okay, Jim is exactly right. Andy's wife is way better at history of these knives. She is a wealth of knowledge when it comes to all this. She used to handle and sell old knives. So
Yep. So she's seen all the patterns. That's right.
Yep. She's just supplying them in the catalogs that I'm looking at. So yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's the best judge to get through right there, is to show her a new version of an old knife and go, oh yeah, no, I like that.
All right, so let's do this. We are going to do 2 giveaways then, guys. We're going to do Andy's real quick here. So we got 2 different winners tonight. We'll let Andy ship this one to this winner. And so here's, I'm going to go ahead and get this ready. Hashtag, and let's just do this. I think you guys probably already know what the hashtag is going to be, but that's okay. And a couple, Andy's shipping this one. Andy, do we want to say US only?
US only, please.
US only. Okay.
Yeah. US and if you'll gather the information from the guy, that'll be perfect.
Right. Will do. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
And so guys, you have to be here when I draw, and you have to be in the account, 1 account per person. Same rules as always. The rules are always listed in the description. You got to be US mailing address, and you got to be here when I draw in the account you entered and won in, okay? And 1 account per person. All right, so here is our entry. So, guys, we're going to give this less than 5 minutes. So you need to enter right away, and we will draw this in about 5 minutes. And then I'm going to do a second one. And Andy, let's see, do I want to give away the Otter Creek tonight, or let's do one of the French broads tonight. So in my giveaway, I'm going to have another knife and a French broad jack in mine. And that's what we're going to give away on mine tonight. So we're going to do 2 giveaways. So this is the first one for the what, Trevor?
You say Otter Creek?
Otter Creek Barlow. Yes, sir. Right here.
So Trevor, in case you guys out there don't know about the names of all the traditionals, they're literally bodies of water in the state of Tennessee. It's our homage to our home state. And so everything that's out there is literally a place in Tennessee. You could go visit Otter Creek if you wanted to. You could go to the French Broad River.
Right. So 20 minutes from here, Andy, on the Blue Ridge Parkway is Otter Creek here in Virginia. Really? And so Trevor he takes his girlfriend there all the time. So when he heard Otter Creek, he's like, what? Yep. Are you going to steal it from me now, Trev? Yeah. Okay. All right. But yeah, we're going to give away, we're going to do a French Broad tonight, and not the French Broad, but a French Broad Jack. That was funny. All right. So I was trying to think earlier today. I had in my head, and again, all the coming and going of you might kind of wiped all my. The internet was messing with my brain, but I was trying to think. There was a pattern that nobody else has mentioned that I thought I was going to ask you about, and now I can't for the life of me remember. But if I remember, oh no, I know what it was, and maybe somebody did. Are you have any plans to do a doctor's knife?
I have done a doctor's knife. We did it as the Holston River surgeon's knife.
Oh, that's right. And you did. Yeah, you sure did. That was before I came on.
The secondary blade was a small, almost scalpel-like warning.
Before I came on as as an affiliate, so I had forgotten about that.
And honestly, that was one of our least moving knives. It took a while to sell out.
You don't want to do that. You don't want to do least moving ones.
Yeah, it's just I don't think it hit a lot of people in the right spot when we first came on the scene. More people were into the single blades. And it was our very first 2-bladed knife. Yeah.
Now I was gonna you were talking about Jack Wolf, so I was gonna do something else here, because this Tennessee River reminds me a bit of the low drag. Are you familiar with the low drag, Jack?
Yes.
And and of course I cannot find it. It's always the one you're looking for that you cannot find.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is the low drag Jack. And so again, you got kind of a quite a bit more what I call a fat spear. Wait, I picked up yours is more of a pokey stabby spear, and this is more of kind of a fat, almost like a spatula spear, but it cuts like crazy. But yeah, kind of interesting that they're somewhat obviously off after that teardrop pattern.
To me, that's the interesting part of all of this, is that, like, even in the
is he still there? Oh, come on.
Can you hear me,
Andy?
Can you hear me?
Yep, I got you now. I got
you now. The interesting thing to me is that even back in the day, everybody did the same patterns. So you didn't just have a Schrade teardrop. You had an IXL teardrop. You had everybody doing a teardrop. One of the funniest things that Jalyn and I always talk about, you can go read this in different old newspaper clippings. Like, the way people complain about China right now is exactly how they complained about German knives in the early 1900s. So when German knives started coming into the country, everybody was importing English and American-made knives. And so you're like, oh, those German knives are crap. We wouldn't own a German knife if I had one. They're just junk. Germany makes these blah, blah, blah. And so it's the exact same argument that we make about China knives today. It was happening back in the early 1900s about German knives. So I just find all of that stuff very interesting. So when you see a teardrop from Jack Wolf and you see a teardrop from us, that just says it's going strong, man. Case has got a teardrop. Tony Bowes did an amazing teardrop. It just, you see everybody's individual take on a particular pattern, and that is kind of the fun of it. That's like the sow belly that I'm. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the new hashtag is Frozen Andy. Hashtag Frozen Andy. No, go ahead. I'm sorry, man.
No, it's accurate tonight. I finally turned the res rate down on my video. That's probably why it lasted as long as it did.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So.
Fed Harrison says, member for 10 months. Andy Rosecraft, thanks for coming on. with KFLive. Good luck in the future. There you go.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Ed. That's awesome. All right, let's go ahead and draw a winner for this one. It has slowed down considerably. So we're going to do it. So, guys, 30 seconds. And we're going to do, I know the other pattern I was going to ask you about, a boy's knife.
Yeah.
Which is similar to a Barlow.
It's my least favorite GEC.
Really?
Yes.
Okay,
and I think it's because of that bail on it. Yeah.
That's
the bail and the chain were just
you don't have to have a bail. Yeah, I'm not a big on a bail either. Definitely not. About 15 seconds, guys. All right, we're gonna draw in 10, 9. Hold on, I'm sorry, Andy. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, bam! 96 entries. So let's see who our winner is. We got 105 people in here and 96 entries, and our winner is Papa Chuck.
Papa
All right,
Chuck,
are you?
Yes.
Let us know you're here, my friend. Let us know you are here. I'd like a Sodbuster style knife with interesting covers, says Gorilla. That's fine too. What are the places to learn this knife knowledge? Andy, where do you learn your knife knowledge?
There are tons of great resources online. Just start with Google. Google old knives, vintage knives, all of that stuff. And then there are some great books that are out there as well. So if you don't have a Levine's book to knife collecting, Levines, get one. They're a little expensive these days, but it has all the knife knowledge that you're going to need about traditional. And it has all the different brands. It has whatever. Whoa. Let's see if it works and gets me back out. Oh, back out. It's a gesture controlled thing. Let's back out.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, come back. Nobody needs to see my face that close. Woo. But Levine's guide is a great.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Papa Chuck. So you're here and you win. And so what you need to do is email me so I can get your info to Andy. Email me your screen name, your real name, and your email address. knivesfast@gmail.com. Go ahead, Andy.
I was just going to say, make sure you get a full shipping address and an email. That's the way you'll get your tracking for sure.
Yep. We'll get that. Definitely make sure you send that email to me tonight, if you would, Papa Chuck. And this is what you're getting. You're not getting this one because this is mine and it's not going away.
If he gets that to you tonight, I might get it out Wednesday, and he might be the very first person other than an ambassador or a dealer
Chuck,
to have one.
Chuck, give me that info. Give me that info. You heard it. All right. And then B Shady dropped a member chat. A second thank you to Andy. Much appreciate all you guys are doing at Rosecraft. Awesome. Very cool. And thank you for being a member for 13 months, Mr. B Shady. Appreciate you. Gave my brother a Levine's guide. He ragged it. he's looked at it a lot, I guess.
It is amazing. It is amazing. Yeah. It not only shows you patterns, it tells you history of brands and everything. It's about this thick and about yay big. And it is a fantastic book.
That's crazy. And Robert, thank you for being a member for 7 months. Appreciate you, my friend. Yeah, time does fly. I've been doing this. I'm coming up next month. Will be 8 years of the Knives Fast channel.
Wow.
On,
congratulations.
September the 12th, I think. Sounds right. Yep. There's my email right there, Chuck. Yeah, everybody's jealous of you, Chuck. But so I will write that down and wait for your email. And it is Papa. See, I keep saying Papa Chuck, but you're right. It is Papa. Reading it now. That's exactly.
I had 2 memos and 2 Papas, so I know it was.
There you go.
Tennessee.
There you go. Great knives and a great person. Thanks, Andy. Yeah, Mike Egan.
You're welcome.
Yep. My Papa Chuck passed away in 1995. He was the one that got me into woodworking when I was 8 years old. Cool.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Cool. Yeah, Derek does a lot of woodworking. Yep. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to keep Andy on for another question or two, and then we're going to let you go. But
okay.
I'm going to go ahead and let's see. No, I don't have that on the screen. So I'm going to restart, and then we're going to talk. So for my giveaway, guys, with the the swag pack, and a Rosecraft French Broad Jack. And I'll just tell you, the other knife is the Lothar Falcon tonight. I'm not going to get it out right this minute because I can't get to it, but that is the other knife tonight. And we're going to say, here we go. All right, so here you go. Here is your next. Again, same exact rules, guys. Got to be here at the end. Okay, and nice. U.S. mailing addresses. So hashtag slip joint. Andy, thanks for putting up with Casey.
Hey, I've known Casey for a long time now. We have known each other since back in the Guys Talk Knives days.
Yes, sir.
I have met him on several occasions. He used to come into the store and say hi when he was there.
I did, as a matter of fact. And yeah, this it's funny, you know, there are over 22,000 subs on my channel now, but I always say this is a very small world, the knife world. We are, you know, we tend to make friends and understand the things that the other people like and really get to kind of like some of, you know, I still say, and you know, people like you and Ben and others are the ones that got me back into slip joints. I didn't really care for them for the longest time. And I carry one several days a week. Probably more than half of the days a week. And the other times, instead of a slip joint, I'm carrying small fixed blades. So it's just, I'm getting in. By the way, that somebody asked that in the chat, any chance on a Rosecraft small fixed blade? And
we have right now are prototyping fixed blades as we speak. And I should have my prototype samples back to me in the next month. And we will go from there. I'm hoping for either a late Christmas, early January kind of landing of our first fixed blades. But yeah, they're in the works. So it's going to happen.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, after the success of the Tempest Dust Devil, I have a second fixed blade in the works. So I actually have two more in the works. But we'll see where they go.
Isn't it just, it's a little crazy. You said small knife world and the fixed blades and that kind of stuff. It just made me think of Ben Banters immediately with his new lander and that stuff. But you think about this. We were on pitching for two big retail companies at the same time. You were on watching us. You got into this. Think about how many of us have stepped from that world into another world where we're selling our own stuff.
No doubt.
It's kind of fun.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. No, I'm proud of you, Casey, and I'm proud of everything that you've put together. I love to see what you've done and the knives. I get to hold them when I can. I couldn't tear myself away from my booth this year at Blade Atlanta. I was glad that Jalene got to spend some time with you, but it was 3 deep at hours the whole Friday and Saturday, which is great for the knife community, but it was not fun for me. I didn't get to see most of my old friends walking around the show because it was just
I got to go around a little bit, but not as much as I would have liked. It's tough. There's actually part of me, Andy, I'm not going to Blade West as Tempest.
I am not going to Blade West either.
Yeah, but there's part of me that's tempted to go as Knives Fast, to just
do it.
Get on a plane and go and not have the Tempest stuff with me for just one show. But I don't know. We'll see if it works out, because I told Scarlett about it. I said, if I decided I wanted to pay for a trip and you wanted to come with me to Salt Lake City, would you want? Yeah. I'm like, okay.
You should do what Jalene and I did last year to go to the show. We drove, and it was actually fun. We drove only as much as so you wouldn't be totally tired. So we drove like, I don't know, 400, 500 miles a day. And so we stopped, first night in Nebraska, next night in Wyoming, next night here. And on the way back, we took the other way around and went through Colorado, parts of the country I'd never seen. And we had a blast doing it. We're empty nesters at this point, so it's a little easier for us to do that kind of thing. But it's just, we get along. We've done it for 7 years, so it was kind of fun.
That's good.
Have a good long road trip.
That would be fun. And we're talking about in the next couple of years buying a camper, and I would definitely figure out a way to do that, because my job is such I could work from Peoria, Illinois, if I wanted to. I could work from wherever I want these days. I do have to be in the office some, but not as often as I used to.
Right.
It's just the way it is. But this is, I don't know if you got to see the Dust Devil or not, but this is the Kubi Dust Devil, which is my design.
Nice.
And so these,
what handles did you use
they've
on
been
it?
out for, what's that?
Handles? What's the material? I can't see
this
it.
is
the small
this
window.
is burlap micarta.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it so small here. Let me take this down for a second. So this is burlap micarta. They made a blue micarta, a red micarta, and an Ultim version.
I like your lanyard hole on that. That's nice.
Yeah, it was just something I did. I figured, my hand is only coming to about there. Give something fun for the lanyard, and a little bit
4 inches on the handle, 4 1/4.
Yeah, I think that, that's right. It's like 4 because it's just at 7, right at 7 inches overall. It's
nice what you can do with fixed blades too, because you can give them a little extra blade where you wouldn't be able to do that. You don't have
to worry about the blade to handle ratio as much. Exactly. Had fun with that one. Just really cool. I've got kind of a different take on this in the works, and we'll see where it goes. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, the blue, I actually, if I can find it. Oh gosh.
You're as bad as me.
Yeah. This is well, I'm just I said I need a way to store fixed blades. It's just bad right now. Well, I guess I'm not gonna find it. There it is. So that's the blue micarta.
Okay. That's nice.
That they did. Came out real well. And then I actually dig the Ultim because this one to me is the kitchen. Right.
The skeletonized handle. I didn't realize that.
Right. Yep. This is the kitchen knife for me because I can just hose it out, take it apart, clean it out, whatever I want to do. But yeah, they did a really nice job with those. So,
are those hex or T8s in the handle?
They are T8s in the handle. Yep. Yeah.
Nice.
So originally they were designed to be like my pivots, my wheel pivots, and when they bought it as their knife, they didn't want the wheels on there, so they just made them screws. But that's fine. It came out really cool.
Beautiful. Very nice.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it. And they've been really affordable. I mean, they've been they started out around like $60 and $70, and then they give all these codes out and stuff, and then last week, White Mountain Knives had a sale on them. And yeah, exactly, Sonny. So I've started this crazy thing, Andy, called we have Tree Stabbing Troy, of course. And in his honor, I started Stump Sticking KC. And so I have a stump outside, and every time I carry one of these, I do a short of me stabbing it into a stump.
That's hilarious.
So it's fun. But yeah, so they literally last week, White Mountain had a sale on these where he gave like 32.5% off, and they were like $37. And I'm like, what? So I told everybody, and they sold pretty much all of them, I think, pretty quickly. And then Kubi still has some on their site with a 20% off code. So they're still around $50-$60. So not bad at all. So
I like it.
Well, Charlie, let me know. Send me an email of just tell me where you trying to use the code. At White Mountain. At White Mountain, it's code Kubi, Kubey. And at kubyknife.com, it's code KC20LT. KC20LT. Yeah.
We need a unified code system.
I know. I just want every code to be knives fast.
Right.
I have 2 different places where my code is like fast 10. I'm like, oh, come on. I can't remember these. It's like, just make them all the same, please. I try. If people ask me, I always tell them what I want, but sometimes they'll already make them before they ask me. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay. Well, Charlie, I don't know if it was a limited sale at White Mountain and it's already over. I don't know. All right. Andy, I'm going to let you go because I have used and abused you tonight, and we will have you on again. I am excited, guys. I'm serious. Be looking Friday for these 2 guys here. I think you're on to something, my friend. The quality you've been able to get out of your factory, the fit and finish at the price point. By the way, Tell me real quick. The Mosquito is
the Mosquito. Hang on, I've got them on my screen here, so let's see if I can find it real quick.
Yeah, and you sent me an email. I can pull it up if I.
Yeah, the Mosquito Lake Moose is at $63.99, and the Tanasi is $59.99.
Are you kidding me? Seriously,
Nope.
guys, right at $60 ish, and you can use those codes and get 10% off. I mean, come on. These are really nice. Be looking for these Friday morning. Let's show Andy how much we appreciate what he's doing. And yeah.
Let me say this real quick for you, Casey, before I get out of here. I appreciate you having me on. I'm sorry I couldn't do the first go around when we had to cancel on you last minute.
You're good.
Sorry for the in and out tonight. Maybe we'll get this camera to work better in the future and do all that kind of stuff. I do want to say this to your audience. I am humbled by how much you guys like Rosecraft Blades. I am humbled by what you have done for us in the last 2.5 years. We're going to continue to do our best. And when we don't get it right, we're going to try to get it right for you. So if you do have a problem with one of our knives, make sure you're emailing this. I'm the one who answers the email. So I'm going to help you get it right when it comes back. It's just the way it is. Some things slip through and some things don't get out there. A lot of to-do has been made about us trying to move a traditional market to China. That's not really the case. I want to support every knife brand that's out there, including people like Casey, who's doing his thing with Tempest, but especially these traditional knife makers that are out there. Support Case, support GEC, support those guys, because they'll be gone if you don't. There's room enough in the market for all of us.
100%.
Just support them and it sticks around. If we don't support the knife industry, it goes away. It will literally die. So I've been on this crusade to, buy your Tempest knife, buy your Case, buy your GEC, support all of the brands that are out there. Keep the community alive and well like you all are doing tonight. And that will help us all grow and all get, a rising tide raises all boats, right? That's what we need to do with the knife industry.
Exactly.
Exactly. So I appreciate you having me on.
Man, that was so well said. And the thing is, it's not like there's this China knife versus US knife, competition. It's just at this point in time, and guys, the way I've said it over and over again, I would love to do a US made Tempest model, and I'm sure Andy would love to do some US. The thing is, we got to make them in a price point that they're going to make sense. And right now, not having our own factory, it's you got to do it in such a way that you can keep the price. There is zero chance that I could have sold the Tempest Fractus for $200 made in a US factory. It would have been a $450 knife at the least.
Right.
If I could even get a spot to do it.
Right. Yeah. That is exactly right. I'm so glad that you said that way. And I'll tell you that it was great at Blade Show for me to look up and be surrounded by folks from Case who stood there with me at my booth looking at what I was offering. But we talked for 15, 20 minutes. They walked away with $270 worth of my product. And that was great to make me feel good considering, what's out there in the market and what's been going on. And especially with the kind of company that Case is, that they would even listen to a small maker like we are right now and see what's being popular in our eyes and support it. Yeah, that's great. So support your knife community. I appreciate you. I'm going to get out of here so you guys know who won those knives. And
let's do it.
Okay. We'll see you later, guys.
Thank you, Andy. Appreciate it, man. Have a great one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Guys, Andy's the nicest. He's salt of the earth. Jolyn is the same. They are really good. And, of course, you guys know Swags and all the other designers. They're super, super nice people. And I love to support them. I'm glad they brought me on board not too long ago. Really, really glad. Everybody loves Andy's shirt. That is a great shirt, Grizzle Bear. Very, very shirt. Yeah, very, very nice shirt. All right. Yeah, I remember he said that, CB. Hopefully we'll get there someday. It's tough, man. All right, here we go. Let's put this back up here. By the way, we do not have a Killer Bunny drawing tonight. Ashlyn's at work. I think she probably just got off, so probably not going to have one tonight. All right, anybody, you have 1 minute to enter this hashtag. 1 minute. If you have not entered yet, please do it and do it now because I'm about to wrap this sucker up. And you need to be here when we draw. Thank you, Kathleen. I love this shirt. Fits good. Looks good. Love the penguin. All right, there's a few people entering. We'll give it, like I said, less than a minute. So if you have not entered, do that hashtag on the screen right now. Wrap it up. 37, exactly. No numbers game here. I love JB, and I'm glad he loves the numbers game. I absolutely despised doing the numbers game. I was so bad at it. I messed it up every week. I had a hard time finding the winner. I had a hard time. Oh, good grief, Nick. You know how to enter. Hit the hashtag. I had a very hard time with the numbers game. So I'm glad JB loves it. I will not be doing the numbers game. This was a lifesaver. The YouTube, I mean, the StreamYard giveaway tool is the reason I haven't switched to some of the other streaming services, because I want to keep this. All right. And by the way, let's do this real quick. So your swag pack does include my last Junkin' Genius Hank. So you've got, real quick, and I got to get out of here. This is Butter Knives Fast number 164, signed by Trevor. Number 164. And you have my last Junkin' Genius Hanks. And by the way, tons of stickers. There's Bluminati. There's New Breed EDC. There's your Hank. It is a jellyfish Hank. If you guys haven't noticed, I got all their blue ocean ones. So that's my last one. But we've got, there is an O Father sticker in here. There's Big Red. There's an SKL Ranger Eye in here. There is Bluminati Ninja. There is Pins and Pin Blades. There is Splitting Slices. There's everything in here. You name it. And then our two knives are the French Broad Jack in the rosewood, and the, boy, I got to take my Tanasi out of here before I accidentally give that away. We're not doing that. And then, of course, as I said, the Lothar, man, this poor box has been through it. Oh, come on. Really? All right, we're going to have to use the knife to get the box open. That little tab doesn't want to open. All right, we're going to show this real quick, and then we're going to draw. We're going to show this real quick, and then we are going to draw. So this is the Lothar Falcon button lock. That is the second knife, and apparently it doesn't exist. Here it is, like a hunter with a button lock. So really, really cool knife. That's the one we're giving away along with the French Broad Jack. So let's do this. Here we go. About 15 seconds. If you have not entered, do it now. And you have to be here when we draw and have a U.S. mailing address. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, bam! Here we go. Let's see who our winner is. We had 106 entries and 115 people in here, and our winner is Will B. Let's go. Very nice. Very nice. Will B, congratulations. Neither one of these are huge knives. So I hope you want them. Let me know, Will, in the chat if you are here, and we will give you your instructions. From there, Will B, congratulations. Is he here, guys? Will B. Where's he at? Where's he at? I hope he's not putting kids to bed. They should be to bed by now. Is he here, Tim? Okay, Tim says you're here, Will B. So if you would, please email me, knivesfast@gmail.com. And if you do it tonight, I will get it out tomorrow morning when I go into work. I'll drop it at the post office. And very, very cool. Everybody's saying he's here. So that is great. Will, knivesfast@gmail.com, and I will get this package boxed up and out to you. And don't forget, Papa Chuck, to send me your information. I will get that to Andy who is going to send you a beautiful knife. There you go. I'm sorry, Will. I'm a mess, dude. You know that. You've been here long enough to know I screw everything up, so it's all good. So again, thanks to everybody. I appreciate you guys so very much. Again, we are at 22,061 subscribers, which is super incredibly cool. And I appreciate all you guys very, very much. Thanks for being here for sure. Oh, man, we have a lot of fun. Thank you guys for being patient with Andy's dropouts. I didn't just want to like kick him to the curb. I like Andy a lot. I wanted to be patient. Oh, wait, here's some more stuff I meant to put in the giveaway. So we'll do that here. By the way, you're going to get this one-of-a-kind Kershaw. I got this one as on my factory tour. This is the Kershaw in-house design logo, which is supposed to be a tachometer going into the red. And then some Finch stickers and a Ron John Surf Shop sticker. I don't know why. Trevor gave me that and said, put that in your giveaway. So, but you're going to get one of those. We're going to put that in here. Oh, wait, what's that one? And a Shield Arms sticker. I forgot all about that. Shield Arms, that's our buddy over there. He is super awesome. Check out his channel. Yeah, it's, I should probably keep it, Will, but I can't. I mean, I can't keep everything. I get so much stuff in here. It gets a little out of control if I try to keep, like if I go, I'm going to keep one of those and one of those as a memento, whatever. It just gets out of control. I can't do that. So we'll give it away and you will enjoy it. So really cool. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you to my mods. Tim, appreciate you, man, and Jim. But Tim was knocking it out with the links and the help. I appreciate it very, very much. All my mods, you guys are awesome. Except Freak Show, who apparently had, what'd you say, 4 beers and 5 holes? Drink Water's been a member for 9 months. Yes, sir. Thank you for being here. Whoops, I didn't even put your comment up. Good Lord. Okay. There you go. Exactly, Prado. Exactly. So there you go, guys. Very cool. There's your Delica salute. Drink water. Thank you for being a member. And guess what I need to do? I need to drink water because I'm choking. All right. Well, I am way late. I'm 20 minutes over. Thanks to everybody for being here. Whoa, Freak Show member for 32 months. Correct. I love my buddy Freak Show. He's fun. So there is your Delica salute, Mr. Freak Show. Hopefully we'll see you in the next month or maybe less than 2 months for a QC party. So we need to get together, and I need to keep the knives coming. So you guys got to keep driving up here. All right. So guys, have a great rest of your evening. And thank you for being patient tonight. And thank you guys for all of your support of the channel. So definitely like this stream if you haven't already, and comment once it posts, and definitely check out all the videos and all the fun. And thanks for watching the Knives Fast channel. See you guys. Have a great one.